I think we all know that Chicago has been, for quite a long time, a political cesspool. And as a cesspool, it produces cesspool monsters. I mean, we can think of people like Valerie Jarrett or Obama. And now, of course, the latest, which is Beetlejuice herself, Lori Lightfoot. Now, to show you how third worldish the operations are in Chicago, let me focus on a single incident. This is an incident involving a smash and grab in Chicago. Now, this has, by the way, become kind of commonplace in Chicago. We've seen a rise in crime across the board. I mean, a rise in sexual assault, a rise in carjacking. The city recorded 797 homicides last year, more than in 2020. In fact, it's the highest number since 1996. Shooting incidents. And so Chicago has become, well, an even more dangerous place than it was before. Now, this would have seemed, the incident I'm talking about would seem like one of their normal smash and grabs, looting incidents, basically, in which you've got a guy who runs a kind of high-priced store. It's called Gold Coast Exotic Motor Cars, but they don't just sell motor cars, they sell other stuff as well. And apparently some people broke in and they stole a bunch of expensive watches. In fact, so expensive that they're collectively worth several $1 million. So this was a kind of a heist. And this guy, a guy named, let's see what his name is. Perillo, a guy named Perillo, goes on Fox and Friends, and he says, this is horrible. These smash and grabs have become epidemic in Chicago. And he goes on to say, and this is a little ridiculous, but he goes, I voted for Lightfoot. Wow, you voted for Lightfoot. Well, right there, I begin to feel a little bit less sorry for you. But he says, but I'm not going to support her next time. So let's just say that this Perillo character is an extremely slow learner because he doesn't realize that this is what you get when you vote for Democrats. But what's interesting is that after he goes on Fox and Friends, the following happens. Suddenly he notices that the authorities from Chicago are showing up at his door and giving him citations. The Department of Business Affairs, the Department of Consumer Protection, they visited the store and they've cited Perillo for 6 separate violations. Apparently, one of the violations was that people in the store are not wearing face masks. Another is that they are receiving and selling alcohol, which apparently maybe they were not authorized to do, or maybe their permit expired. I don't really know all the details. They're also supposedly interfering or obstructing a commissioner in his performance of duties. Who knows what all this is, but the point is all of this nonsense descends upon this guy Perillo the moment he goes public and speaks out about these smash and grabs. And so you see here, this would happen in Mumbai when I was growing up. If you went out publicly and said something about the local politician, they would immediately come and start auditing your taxes, or they would come and suddenly find that you were not keeping the city code, or you weren't following some sorts of requirements, and immediately you start getting tormented by the government. Now, of course, Chicago denies that the two things have anything to do with each other. Oh no, this was a routine. But see, what happened was that Lightfoot had met with this guy, Joe Perillo, and talked about the smash and grabs, and he must have said, you're failing us as a city. And she apparently, although she now denies it, called him an idiot. And immediately upon her giving this public signal, Lightfoot, that this guy's an idiot, it was like a message to the other city agencies. Okay, let's go get this guy, And this is Chicago. This is today's Chicago. And this is the kind of, petty gangsterism in this case, except the gangster I'm talking about are not the guys who looted the store, but Beetlejuice herself, Lori Lightfoot.